Hey guys, this is gonna be a quick showcase of my Templar Storm brand character, Inquisitor, and we're gonna quickly show it off in this map. And let's select Beyond, Maven, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, so quickly going over this character. This is an Impulsor Storm Skift with Blast Freeze, Freeze Pro, and FCAR, so it's pretty good at mapping. It's an okay bosser, not that great. Yeah, as you can see, my PC is lagging because of the clusterfuck that is going on over here. Right, let me switch on RF. Okay, alright. So, I think it doesn't really lag this much, but recording is causing it to lag a little bit. This character is pretty good at skirt. Like in Underground Sea, I can go up to 20, 250, 260 without any issues. After that, you start getting into one-shot territory. Like, you need to play carefully at that point. I really hope I don't jinx myself and get one shot over here. That'll be embarrassing. I hate proximity bombs, right? Pause mic. Alright, I'm just gonna leave the items for now. I'm gonna do a quick showcase. Right, so this car overall cost me like, if you remove the Ball of Faith, it's like a 25x car. With the Ball of Faith, it's 40x. And the Ball of Faith gives me like 10% damage, so it's really not that required. If I replace it with the Sulfur Flask, I gain back like the 5% damage. So overall it's only giving me 5% damage. I'm already crit capped with my Diamond Flask, and my Orb of Storms give me power charges, so that already crit caps me. So honestly, like, okay, that was scary. This map is a bit scary. I don't know what I rolled on it. I think I rolled crit. Oh yeah, something crit me over there. You can play safe on this car, like you always cast a Storm brand in front of you, because you freeze and shock basically everything. So okay, now I'm starting to take some damage, like with that 100 Scourge stacks. Let's just go kill the boss really quick. Okay, we are at the boss. Okay. Okay. Double attack. When she slows you down so much, it was fine. Super irritating. This is one bad part about bossing. It's like you're so slow, your movement speed without your Quicksilver and your. Okay, where is this dude? He's already dead. Like, I was looking for him in the shadows and then he's like vanished. Okay. Okay. That was fast. What a joke. Alright, so that was Chimera. And yeah, so you can see the bossing is not bad on this character. Like, and even though I have like 1.8k HP, you saw how tanky I was, right? Like, he did 0 damage to me. I'll go with the defenses real soon after I do the showcase. Alright. Um, okay, what's this? Oh, it's formed. That does not look like fun. Okay, let's go and die a few times. Okay. We need to remove these. Okay. So, I'm kind of scared of... Oh no, this stupid ground over here. I'm kind of scared of Minotaur because I can't see him when he burrows, and that can that can one-shot me like 100%. Okay, Hydra is there somewhere. Oh, there you go. I almost got one-shot by that stupid fucking burrow. Okay, where's Minotaur? And that was the invitations. So, pretty good, right? For a 25x character. And the ball fade did not even work because I was just running around like a crazy chicken and my Storm brand was doing everything. Alright, so yep, let's go back. And that was like a rare invitation, not even a white one. So this card can definitely do bosses. The feared you struggle with if you get the wrong combination of bosses. You want Shaper first because he's so irritating. Shaper and the Synthete, right? If you get both of them down, you can do the feared, no problem. Because those two are really irritating for this character to deal with. Alright, let's quickly go over all my items and my passive tree. Right, passive tree. We are using Corrupted Soul so that we get some ES as, you know, our buffer. We are low life with Petrified Blood. We have, even though like the HP looks really low, you can see that this character is not a class cannon. I was like able to tank quite a lot, even in the invitations. So it's pretty tanky because of determination and Petrified Blood and all the mechanics, and because of so much regen that I have. Anyways, so you want to level this as, I level it as Stormbrand because I like to level characters as what I play them. But you can level him as Armageddon Brand. That would be actually be better in the beginning because that does a lot of damage, and you can level up to 70 really fast with that. So you don't need to change the tree at all. So all I changed was like remove these nodes and took these. So you want some, in the beginning you don't want to take these aura nodes. You want to take life, LE damage. You want to go elemental overload in the beginning. This chain +1 times is amazing for Stormbrand. Then some more life. These recoup nodes are really good with Petrified Blood. It's like amazing. If you don't get one shot, you basically don't die. Over here, I did not go for the cluster jewel first. I had gone down, taken some life, crit nodes, stuff like that. But the cluster is better. It's got more DPS. And at the end of the day, we want as much DPS as possible with Stormbrand. You can make this a very tanky version of this character with like half the DPS. You'll have like double the HP, but you know that's no fun in softcore. So yeah, if you're playing this in hardcore, I would recommend you to go this way, pick up life, pick up more life, skip the whole cluster jewel thing, pick up life over here, take some crit, and if you want to really like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend going to the sand life field because that's too far. But you can get easily like on low life like 3.5k. So overall you will have like 7k EHP plus like 3000 ES. You'll have one third the damage, but you'll have way more survivability. You'll be almost unkillable in most things. So yeah, that was a passive tree. Quickly going over the important jewels. You want corrupted blood because with so little HP, corrupted blood can like insta give you before you can use a flask. The others are just crit multi jewels. A Watcher's Eye with Wrath and Zealotry. So I got this for 2x. Got lucky. Think if you can get Zealotry and Wrath, like whatever combination of those, you want crit chance on Wrath at least, and then for Zealotry you want either 8% increased damage taken or crit chance. Both of them are pretty good. But since I'm already crit capped, I took the increased damage one. That's pretty good. Alright, what else? Yeah, masteries. So we took. Normally people take the brand attached to a new enemy each time they activate, but I really don't like that on bosses for some reason. Like my brands drop off the duration. There's something going on with that node, and that's why I respec out of it and took increased brand attachment range. You want as much mana reservation as possible because we have so many auras. Crit multi. You've taken chain because that's amazing for mapping. 2 additional brands. This is like a required node. Otherwise, without it, mapping sucks. And life reservation efficiency because you're reserving life too. We've taken pain attunement because we are low life, and yep. So pain attunement, corrupted soul, and rune binder. These are the 3 keystones that we have taken. And you want to get as much crit multi as possible because as your crit cap, each point of crit multi is a lot of damage. Okay. Moving on to my aura setup actually. So we have Wrath, Petrified Blood, and Zealotry. This is reserved on mana, and we need Enlighten. Otherwise, we reserve like. If I remove it, we have like 66 mana left, which is like really less to cast your spells. So this gives us a bit more breathing room. I have Clarity also, I think somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, I have Clarity, and so with this I don't have to use a mana flask because I can sustain my Storm Brand. Okay, on my life I'm reserving Determination, Fluidity of Fire, and Vitality, and with this I just have like 48% life, which is less than 50%, and so my low life kicks in and I get 30% more damage. I'm also using Defiance Banner. This is pretty crazy actually. If you see my defense, I've got 16,000 armor without it. Okay.
I must have time.
Let me just remove the gem. Without it, 11,000. So this is pretty good. Right, it gives me 5,000 armor, and if I use the granite, I'm at like 26,000 armor. So that's why this character is so tanky because physical hits basically do nothing to us. Against elemental damage, we are a little weak, but not against fire because we have Purity of Fire. That's 81 max fire res,
Peace to you.
and that's why we can sustain RF without any issues. Okay, what else to go over? Oh yeah, alright. So I'll go with the equipment last. I wanted to go with the aura setup, and then the gem setup. We have Stormbrand, Inspiration, Increased Crit, Hypothermia, Added Lightning, and Conk. This is really huge because it gives +1 and also a crazy amount of added lightning damage. The gear, we have 1 Call of the Brotherhood because we don't want 2 because we want to still shock enemies for a lot. If you saw Chimera, he was being shot for like 30%, so that's like 25% ish. You can shock Cirrus for like 25%, which is a lot of damage. So you want only one Call of the Brotherhood and then one ring for as much Chaos Res as possible, because we have a very low life pool and Chaos bypasses energy shields. So yeah. Other gear, you want life res and Chaos res. On boost, you want onslaught on kill. That makes you move fast in while mapping. This is not really up against bosses, so I use a Orb of Storm setup. So we have Orb of Storms, Power Charge and Crit, Culling Strike, and Onslaught. This actually keeps Onslaught up on bosses, which is like 20% cast speed, which is quite a lot actually. It says like you have 10% chance to gain Onslaught, and since you're hitting so often with with Orb of Storms because of Storm Brand, you keep it up pretty often. What else? You need the enchant, by the way, so that you don't reserve too much mana. And this item with the enchant is only 50c. Right. Okay, now I'm going over the items real quick. The wand, it's whatever, 50c. I actually tested it against a +1/+1 lightning +1 spell damage wand, and this came out to be more damage because the +1/+1 wand did not have crit multi or cast speed or anything like that. But if you can get a +1/+1 wand with crit multi, cast speed, and crit chance, yeah, that is the best. That's going to cost you like 30x. So I bought this for 50c. This is like 20% less damage than that. +2 impulsors cost me 3.5x. I think so. It's cheaper now. You get for around 2x. This is basically an Awakener of an Orb Slam, and I got really unlucky with this. I got some shitty mods. Then I did prefixes cannot be changed. No. I did the key prefix, default suffix, harvest craft, and I got 38 crit multi, so that was good. And then I had a open suffix left, so I added some dexterity. You want quite a lot of dex on this build because you're not taking it on the tree. And yeah, you could get the dex on the ring also, but I really wanted a lot of chaos res, so that's why I opted it to get on my amulet. So yep. Okay, so Impulsor and Storm Script are the like basic gear. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. This we need for reserving life. We need the reservation efficiency, and yeah. So that has been the gear for this character. You can check it out on POB. All of it like is not more than 25x. The most expensive item is this because of the crit multi and the dexterity. How much of it has? It's like 15x. But if without that massive crit multi, if you get a lower crit multi roll and without the dexterity, you can get this for 5x. So yep. Other than that, yeah, Bottle Faith, this is not required at all. It gives me like 5% damage. If I use a Sulfur Plus in this place, it's almost the same. I just use it because it gives that massive Conk effect AoE, and I'm always under like the common Conk effect. So even if I'm running around, sometimes my RF will drop off. When you're running around, right, you get that consecrated ground still only for 4 seconds, and sometimes like it doesn't refresh and you can die. So this helps with that. That's why I'll always flame dash, because that resets your timer. Right? There you go. Okay. Yeah, so that has been Stormbrand Inquisitor. It's a pretty good character. The only thing it's really bad in is Simulacrum, because if you're not able to freeze, then you're fucked. Right? And sometimes you have some waves where they have ailment avoidance or something and you can't freeze, so you're pretty screwed. And yeah, you can still do up to like wave 20 Simulacrum. Like I did Simulacrum till wave 20, and then Kosis killed me right at the end. I almost killed him, but he got me with a slam. And yeah, so this character is really not for Simulacrum level. Wave 30, most probably won't be able to do it. You can respec, get a lot more tanky. Maybe then you can go through it. I would not do Simulacrum on this character. Other than that, 5 ways is pretty good. It's good for all invitations other than the fear, because yeah, Shaper. Like, if you get the wrong roll on Shaper and the Synthete, you're fucked, right? Um, Maven, I've killed her multiple times because of my regen. It's a really easy fight. You sometimes for Maven, I don't use RF. I take the 14% damage hit, and I just keep my regen because her degen beams, right? If you hit them, you're fucked. Right, with the RF, you instantly go to 0 HP. Cirrus 8, you can tank the die beam with Molten Shell up. Without Molten Shell, you die. So I have Molten Shell, and with that, I can tank the die beam. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I think I've covered up pretty much everything. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm gonna also put the latest POV of this character up. So, with everything on, like 2 Storm brands and the enemy being shocked and our flasks on, we have around 5 mil DPS. And since it's Storm brand, right, that DPS is like a constant DPS. As you saw in the invitation fight, even though I was running around, everything was dying, right? So, yep. Alright, so that has been Storm brand, Inquisitor, and I'm going to like sell up the equipment and make something else next. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.